Hello students of class 12, welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 12 nutrition and the chapter that I will continue today is the metabolism of the food. It is the fifth video from this chapter. So in the previous video we just discussed and started with the Krebs cycle and we learned about the pathway, like what are the things are happening and what are the things are producing one after another in this cycle. In this video we will discuss about more about the steps that are happening here. Let's check with the pathway with the cycle. Okay, we are going to learn about the steps one after another which is happening in the pyruvic acid. There are 9 steps we are going to discuss, and I already told you the process of activation of the pyruvic acid takes place with the help of 3 enzymes, 5 coenzymes and 1 cofactor that I already shown you in the previous video, and it combined to the enzyme complex that is called pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, and then the pyruvic acid is already prepared to production in the further procedure. And to proceed in the further procedures, there are 9 steps that I told you, and the cycle is looking like that. Now we are going to discuss about the steps that are happening here. Okay, so the step number 1 here. So after activation of the pyruvic acid, that is the acetyl CoA is formed, it is considered with oxaloacetic acid condensed with it, and it is actually form the citric acid. In the first forms stable compound of the Krebs cycle is called the citric acid. Okay, so the cytyl CoA is produced as an intermediate complex, and then it is get hydrolyzed and released one molecule of water and produce the citric acid or the citrate synthase. It is the enzyme for the catalyzes the reaction, that is the citrate synthase. Okay, after I'm going to that step number 2 where the citric acid is then converted to the cis-aconitic acid here. Okay, by the removal of water molecule in the presence of the enzyme aconitase. Fe2 plus acts as the cofactor in this reaction. Now we are going to the third reaction. So it was a first reaction, it is the second. Now we are going to the third reaction. Here the isocitric acid is formed by the reintroducing a molecule of water to cis-aconitic acid, but the orientation of the added water molecule is altered. Here also aconitase catalyzes the reaction with Fe2 plus as the cofactor. Here for the third reaction also the aconitase enzyme help in it. Now we are going forward with the fourth step of it. Okay, here the isocitrate dehydrogenase enzyme now catalyzes the oxidative decarboxylation of the isocitric acid using NAD plus, and the alpha ketogluteric acid is produced as a result. Now the fifth reaction. Here in the fifth reaction, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex catalyzes a similar set of the reaction as pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. When pyruvic acid is converted to the acetyl CoA, here alpha ketogluteric acid is converted to the succinyl CoA. Okay, this reaction. Now we are going forward with the sixth reaction. It is the sixth enzyme and it is the sixth reaction. Okay, here the succinyl CoA is not acted upon the succinic thiokinase enzyme, which help to produce the succinic acid that you can see here. HS CoA or coenzyme A, the same thing, are released and an energy rich compound GTP is produced. This one GTP, it is a new thing for you. Now we are going forward with the seventh reaction. Here in the step number 7, the succinic acid is oxidized to fumaric acid with the help of the succinate dehydrogenase using the FAD. Here you can see the FAD is going and producing the FADH2. Now the 8th reaction, the malic acid production. Fumaric acid is hydrolyzed and producing malic acid by the enzyme of fumarase. Now the final reaction, that is 9th reaction. Here the malic acid is further oxidized by malate dehydrogenase and NAD+ to produce oxaloacetic acid or OAA. So thus the regeneration of oxaloacetic acid or OAA completes the cycle. The another acetyl CoA can enter in this cycle and to be metabolized further. So that is why it is going by a cycle and it is not stopping in our body. So this is the list of the end products that are forming in the Krebs cycle that I already told you and discussed previously, that finally after this full reaction that you can see 3 molecules of carbon dioxide can be produced, 4 molecules of NADH plus H plus can be produced, and 1 molecule of FADH2 can produce, and 1 molecule of GTP, that is a highly energetic compound, can be produced, and regenerated of the oxaloacetic acid happens. As I told you, in the final step of this reaction, the oxaloacetic acid can be regenerated if one amount of acetyl CoA is adding to it, then it will go further with the cycle, it will run simultaneously. So it is the full of the Krebs cycle that you know. It is a very important part of the fuel production. Whatever the carbohydrate type of the food we are getting, we are having, after the glycolysis it's go by this Krebs cycle, otherwise the it can't be produced the energies, and after this it will go for the electron transport chain, that FAD, that FADH2, NADH2, that you can see that all will run to the electron transport chain for the further reactions. I think you understood all the steps clearly of the Krebs cycle here. In the next video, we will discuss about more of the metabolism of the carbohydrate. We will start with the electron transport chain further. Till then, thank you.